Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm John from Castle Kingdom. Now I've recently had a comment left below from Paul asking me whether you can set up a marquee or a party tent on hard ground or patio or even concrete. Now the answer to that is yes, but there are a few things you need to take into consideration. You need to make sure you can anchor it down correctly, particularly if it's going to be left over a few days. Generally I set them up on a Thursday or a Friday, pick them up on a Sunday or a Monday. So they're going to be up for a few days. You want to make sure they're secure. Now the one way of doing this is to weight them down. Now you can either drill and fix them down if it's on concrete, but if that's not an option, if you're on a patio, you obviously can't drill holes into the patio. The next best option is to weigh them down with water weights. So if you have a look on this video over here, which is one I've done at the weekend, I'll show you how I set it up, a 3x6 marquee. Okay, we'll see you over there. Hello, welcome back. Another day, another setup. On this one, we got a marquee, a 3x6 marquee with a load of tables and chairs, as you can see. It's got lights and heating in it as well. And we're going to get it all in here. And the guys are doing the solar panels on the roof. So, they said they'll be about half an hour, which gives me enough time to get all the stuff in. Hopefully then I can get in, because it's going on the decking area and they've got ladders going up, so obviously I can't set it up while they're there. Right, let's get it all in. Right, got it all in. Good news is the lads working on the roof are finished as well. But bad news is it's starting to rain again. So, got all my equipment in, which is all here. The marquee is going to go long ways along. Now I've just been told he wants this door open, that one will be closed because there's sofas there obviously, so that one will be closed so I can get it as close to the house as possible. But the only problem is the door's open into the garden, so we need to set it back so the door can open. But if I set it from there, 6 meters comes to about here, so they can open that door and I can keep it closer to the house. But the actual man who's having it all done is not here at the moment, so I'm kind of working blind a little bit. But I'm going to get all the gear set up, start laying the base out, and then when he comes we can shift it around if need be. That's the game plan. Okay, let's get it started. Right, the first thing to do is to lay our little poles. These are the 2 meter poles we lay down first, and then we're going to put our ends on. With our fixings. There's the customer just turned up there. So I've just explained to him a bit about the door, whereabouts it can go, and he said he can do it that way. Just leave it so he can get the door on the left hand side there, just open, so his guests can come out and go straight into the tent. Now, as I've explained here to him, the door is about 1 meter, so we have to leave that away from the marquee, just so we can open it. There you go, there's the door open there now, so we have to set it back from that so the door will open. But anyway, we've got the base built there. We're just going to get the canopy on now because it is raining and I didn't want to be out getting too wet. There's only kind of light drizzle when we're doing this, so it wasn't too bad actually. Going to get our first upright poles on so we can get under cover. Get a couple of bungees on it on the 2 end panels just to stop it blowing away with the wind. So we just attach those to the roof. Now we only put one side of the legs on. That makes it easier than having to do it off a ladder later on. And the wind's just caught that end there, so I've had to pull it back in place again. But we'll just get our 2 ends on now, that will hold it all. Put the bungees on. It's always a lot easier to do it this way, otherwise you'll be doing it off a ladder. Then we get the other side up, get our legs on. We'll have a little chat with the customer. Yep, he's happy with that. Then we'll put our little ground bars on. Now, you don't necessarily need to put these on, but we always put them on a stand, and it just keeps it, the structure nice and square, and it's easier to move it later on if you need to, which is what we're doing here. The customer's decided he wanted it pushed further up so the door will open into the tent. First of all, we were just going to leave it set back so he could walk in and come in the end there, but he decided he wanted it pushed further up. So we can get our 2 side panels on there. We're going to leave the one on the left there open where the door is, just so they can walk straight out of the house, in through the tent, and then straight into the garden. So they've got both of those on. Just put our bungees on it. Give it a little wipe down. Now they've got little window panels inside here, so you could have them either closed or open, depending on what time of day it is. So I've opened these up, just so they're going to let a little bit of light on. And then I'm going to put the bungees onto the ground bars, keep it all secure, stop it flapping about. I do this top and bottom on these tents, that just stops any kind of movement. As you can see, it's kind of blowing around a little bit. It wasn't too bad, but it moves around, and if you don't secure it at the bottom, it can sort of flap around and make a lot of noise. Okay, that's most of the structure up. It's a bit uneven here because we're partially on grass and partially on obviously the slabs, so it dips down, so it twists the tent a little bit, but it's okay, it's not too bad. It's slightly raised up there, as you can see when you put your foot on it, but once we strap this down onto the grass, that will hold all this in place. Now what we've done, we've left the 2 end panels open because the guests are going to be coming out of here and going down there. There's going to be an entertainer down here, so they obviously want direct access through. And yeah, I'll put the side panels on. Even I think tomorrow's going to be dry, I'll put them on anyway just in case it isn't, but we've left it open. We couldn't get it any closer to the house because this door's open that way and it would have been too high for the tent. The only other way would have been to have the tent that side direct onto the house and running it long ways down the garden, but he didn't want that, he wanted it this way, so that's how we've done it. Now I have had a couple of comments on YouTube saying, how do you set up on concrete or hard ground? Now to be truthful, I don't often do this set up. I prefer to set up on grass because I can get all my pegs all the way around it, strap it down nice and tight. But in this case he's a repeat customer and he has used me a lot of times before. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some weights on this side, one on each end. It's probably enough. I may even put 3 on it. They're going to be water weights. Now what we use for those, I'll show you, are these. They're just little water butts, little thin ones. So we fill those up with water and just put the straps around them, and that holds it all in place. Now also, I'll put the water butts onto these bases. They're rubber bases, about 25 kilos, which is a good weight, like about the weight of a bag of sand. That's not having it, but it's got the little handle on it, so you can get a strap around it, water butt on top, put your little strap on it and tie it all down. So we'll probably only need 1 on each end. I bought 4. I may put 1 in the end, 1 in the middle, but the other side on the grass we can obviously get our regular straps on there. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to bring these around with the water butts, fill them up, tie it all down. Now on this tent is also having lights and heating as well, so we'll need to put that on there. That'll be our next job, bringing them round and weighing it all down. Right, we've got our water butts on here. I'm just in the process of filling them up now, as you can see. We'll get them up to the top. And put 1 on each end. And I may possibly put 1 on here. We'll see how it goes. But on this side we can use our standard way of strapping down. So that'll be all good. So the only other thing really is we've got to run some lights and heating, which we've got here. I'm going to use these cables. These are my bouncy castle cables, but they'll double for this sort of thing. Now he's got a little building over there with an outside socket, so we're going to run it through the window and up the back, and I'll run it from probably from this corner here, this corner or that corner, and run the lights around. Okay, let's get over there. Now, he's got power in this little building here, so I'm just going to find a little power supply. There was two actually on this one, so we're going to take the nearest one to the window, and we can just feed it through the window and run it down the back of the garden. Got a little bit tangled up there, as it normally does, but we'll feed it through. Well, I hope his gardener's coming tomorrow because his grass is a bit long. Right, anyway, we've got the cable through here. As you can see, he's got some heaters rigged up here. We've got another socket there. I don't know if it works yet. I've got a feeling it doesn't. The wrong one there. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I can't see if these are turned on or not. Oh, there's a little blue light, very light though. Just slightly see the colour. For the old-fashioned ones that had a little red dash on it. Like the wind chimes though. So we're just going to put the lights on now. And on this tent he wanted some lights and some heating. We've just got the soft lights that he wanted this. So it's going to go around the above the windows there, and also I'm just going to run it over the top here on this side. Again, normally I can do these off the ground if the floor is all really uneven, like the patio and the grass area. I'll do these while it's only set up on one side, but as it was nice and even, the patio and the grass area, I decided I was going to just do it off the ladder. It had been easier. But if you've got to step down from the patio onto the grass area, then it's always better to do it while the tent's sort of slightly on its side, which is what we did here. Just having a sip of my tea there. The lights are all working pretty good. Now we've got a little convector heater here. The customer did request it as part of the package, but as it was really mild when we were setting up, he decided he probably wouldn't need it. So I just put the one on for him. Normally I supply about 2 or 3 depending on how cold it is. I tie them up on the tent out of the way and just have the warm air sort of blowing into it. I do the gas bottles as well, but that's really only when it's really cold. If you put those on kind of early autumn, it's kind of too cold really. Okay, that's it. Just put all the bits I don't need back on the van. That's going to be picked up again on Sunday, so it's Friday today, Saturday. Probably have to take it off because I've got a few other jobs to do tomorrow, but we'll have a look in. Right, I've got tables and chairs there, 50 chairs, 3 tables, got a 3x6 tent, strapped it all on the grass side, nice and strong. Get our lights on and a heater up here. One of them's going to be enough, I think. It's quite mild. And then we've got our water butts on each corner. Alright, I'm filming it, don't worry. I'm not talking to myself. So I've got some water butts on each corner and one in the middle. That should be enough. 3 on this side, 4 on that side. That won't go nowhere. And it's quite mild conditions, and over the weekend it's going to be a bit unsettled weather-wise, but I don't think it's going to be raining. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, as always. Thanks for watching. If you like this setup, a 3x6, we've got another setup of a Marquee over there you might be interested in, and I'll catch you over there. Bye for now.